Well, good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the program. A little late this morning. Sorry about that. Uh, it is um, it is Wednesday, July the 2nd, 2025. It's Uncle Bruce here with Stock Markets with Bruce. Um, Watching a market not doing a lot. We were positive on all three markets about an hour ago, but they've all backed off a little bit at this point. We're still up 17 on the Dow. S&P now down 6 points and NASDAQ down 68 in the pre-market with 55 minutes to go before we open for the day. Gold is up 9.80 an ounce. Crude oil up 75 cents at 66.20 a barrel. And I heard today that prices in the United States, the gasoline prices at the pump are at some of the lowest levels recorded for July's long weekend in years, in many, many, many years. So there you go. The question is, for some people, the question is, will this last through the summer? Will we have prices in the range we're at now? Will oil stay, below 70, 75 all summer long? Or could oil really hang around the low 60s, mid 60s for the rest of the summer, keeping gasoline prices at relatively low numbers compared to inflation-adjusted numbers over the years? I know some of you are yelling at me going, I remember when I could buy gas for $1.49 a gallon there, Bruce. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, well, that's before the inflation factor. But hey, what do you think? Anyway, thing that is different, I will pretty well say across the board, I would bet you that 9 of 10 of you watching me now probably will admit that the mileage you get today for the vehicle you drive now is much better than what you got way back when you got your first vehicle or your second vehicle. The average fuel economy of vehicles out there is so much better than it was at one time, going back into the 80s, the 70s, and 90s. But it is what it is. Welcome to the show. What's going on? Look, we're watching, different dynamics taking place here in the investment world and in the world as a whole. We've got the American dollar getting creamed out there by other currencies. In the last 24 hours, the American dollar has improved just a little bit against the euro and the pound. It's not so bad, but you look at a 3-month chart and it is a disaster for the U.S. dollar. Now, for those policy people and for those how do I explain this? There are groups out there that would love a weaker U.S. dollar. And these are American groups. These are people of interest that have interest in exporting their goods and services. They would love a U.S. priced dollar to be lower so that the goods they export will be cheaper to the rest of the world. And therefore, if you can sell something into Europe and you are in competition with European companies for your segment of the world you're in, and your product is now to a European 13% cheaper to buy than a year ago, and it's a big ticket item. It's one of these, you only buy one of these every 10 years, 15 years, 5 years. You've got something that's a multi-million-dollar product and you're 13% cheaper than a year ago. You might be attracting interest from customers all over the European area for your merchandise against European-made product or Asia-made product or somewhere else made product. And so that's a positive. Okay. The reality, though, is that if your country, America, has tariffs coming into it from around the world, including Europe, and European countries have put tariffs on American goods coming in, the 13% drop in the dollar is irrelevant. because if your item is 13% cheaper from a currency point of view, but it's 30% more expensive than that from that discount, add 30% tariff, the European item is 20% cheaper, you're not going to get the business. And so there's this back and forth going on here. And the administration is trying to paint the image that all is well. It's like Kevin Bacon at the end of the movie. The movie with John Belushi from 1980 in Call Animal House. All is well, all is well. While getting run over by the stampeding crowd, it's not well. If the United States cannot make trade deals with 150 different countries, and it is not doing a good job at that right now, you might be told otherwise from the administration. If you believe the BS coming to you from all these media sources that are bought and paid for by the Trump team, then everything is fine. It's always been fine. But if you ask an economist, well, how's it going? Have the Americans been able to force trade deals that really work out for America? And the economist will go, hell no, nothing working out. The Japanese discussions have fallen off the table. The thinking was that the Americans would have a deal done a month ago, that it was so close. And the Japanese have figured out we don't need to make a deal with the United States to sell our souls to these guys. Are you kidding me? We don't need them that badly. We have trading partners here in Asia. We're booming here in certain areas, and we're not booming here in certain areas like China. It's in trouble, but we can deal with China because we have the ability to pay cash for stuff from China at discounts. Why would we deal with the Americans when we can deal with the Chinese who are desperate for our business? Our South Korean friends, we can do business left, right, and center with those guys. Our Vietnamese pals. And geographically, have you ever looked at a map of Asia and you've drawn a 500-mile circle around Tokyo to find out how close they are? They're not far away. This is not like 5 time zones away. Talking 1 or 2 time zones to do all the business with 1.5 billion, 2 billion people. I mean, there's a business there. Why should China give a crap about the 400 million people in America? For what? We build Toyotas in the United States, says Toyota. We already build them there. You want a Camry? It's American made. You want a truck? You want a Toyota truck? It's made in Texas. What's our advantage to make another deal with these guys? There's no advantage. We're not going to bring in pickup trucks from Nagano in Japan, where our headquarters are. We're not going to bring trucks in from there to you. Those trucks don't sell in America. The trucks that sell in America are big monstrosities that no one else buys them unless you've got a lot of land to use them for. Why would we bother? We sell, funny enough, the Toyota people say quietly, well, actually, our biggest market for our pickup trucks are the trucks that we sell to the Mideast. And those Americans kind of have noticed over the years, a lot of Toyota pickup trucks landed in Afghanistan and in Pakistan and in Iran, and they land in Iraq, and they land in other unstable countries. And these locals over there, they put machine guns on the back of these things. Poor man assault vehicles is what Toyota pickup trucks become. And Toyota sells to everybody. Nothing personal, but we'll sell a Camry to you in Kentucky, but we'll also sell a pickup truck to a group of dealers in Yemen and other countries. And when American troops go in there, they get shot by people in the back of those pickup trucks. We're the same company that does it all. Oh, by the way, it's not just us. Nissan does it. Mercedes does it. All kinds of other friendly corporations to America. We do business everywhere. And of course, Americans are just as guilty as anyone else because, hey, we say we love you, but we also supply bullets to these guys who are trying to kill you guys. And so it's nothing personal. It's just business. It's just business. And let's not forget that. Okay. The old man is ranting today. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen here? You know what I figured out today? It kind of occurred to me a little while ago. I remember when I was much younger than I am now, in my 20s, um, and younger than that. But I do recall the uh, the good old days. You remember the good old days where wrestling used to be on television all the time? Now I'm not talking about this wrestling we have today. This over the top production thing that the wrestling thing has become. I'm going back to yesteryear. I'm going back to the wrestling days of the 60s, the 70s, the 1980s, the 1990s. I'm talking about what wrestling was 30, 40 years ago. And you had the good guy, you had the bad guy, and you had the referee in the middle. And the referee was clueless. The referee only saw whatever bad things the good guy did, and never saw the bad things the bad guy did. It drove us nuts, and we were falling for this all the time. We would just get so enamored and round up in wrestling terms. We couldn't figure out why weren't there other referees to rule on how bad the bad guys were. And I thought, wow, when the match was over, you would have the reporter, sports reporter, go into the ring and interview each fighter and talk about, what happened. And of course, the good guy would talk about that he and his henchmen tripped me up, and they untied my shoelace, and blah blah. Then the bad guy would come in and go, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to fight a fight. Everyone's against me, and I'm just trying to fight a fair fight here. And the crowd was just going bonkers. I mean, the entire audience would go nuts. And I thought, this is the world today. This is the world we live in today. We've got good guys and bad guys, and we have referees in the middle, and no one's doing anything to stop the shenanigans. And I'm thinking, this is exactly what it is. So if you're listening to politicians, you got one politician saying this, one politician saying that, and we are the referees in the middle. And some of us as referees are saying, hey, I saw shenanigans over here, and others of us are going, there are no shenanigans, everything's fine. There's nothing to see here, everything's okay. And this is the way it should be done. This is democracy in action. So I'm just wondering if Davy Boy Smith could come in and clean house. I don't know. I'm just a guy that's old and reminiscing down memory lane here. I remember Stampede Wrestling here in Calgary. That used to be huge. Stampede Wrestling every Friday night, aired on Saturdays in the afternoons on our local television station. You could watch what happened last night at the Stampede Corral. Who did what to who, and what was said to Ed Whalen, the commentator. Our hockey play-by-play guy was the wrestling interviewer. He was the reporter on scene. Ed Whalen made a fortune doing Stampede Wrestling. But had he been involved in wrestling 20 years later, he died way before that happened, he would have become a billionaire. But Ed did all right. Anyway, just me. I'm just saying. Memories. Kids, you trying to make money in this market? Right options. Learn to write options in this market. A number of you have been doing it, and you are doing well, and you're happy, and you should be. Richard, welcome. The Big E, Stuart, welcome all to the show. Ed, hey, the market is running hot on the growth. Only a select number of companies, while people are increasingly feeling the pinch of higher prices and unaffordable housing. Eventually, consumers will stop buying and start trying to pay off credit cards, and the stock market will experience pain. It also will get to the point, my friend, where people cannot borrow money anymore on their credit cards. They'll get cut off. And there will be people who believe they have a $20,000 line of credit with their credit card, only to get a letter in the mail telling them you have a $15,000 limit or a $10,000 limit. because credit is going to get harder to come by because the U.S. government needs credit to cover its deficits. But that was the 80s, and maybe that's a decade from now. I don't know. Maybe that won't happen at all. I don't know for sure, kids. I think that we have certain sectors of the economy doing well, and we have certain sectors of the economy not doing well, and things are going to keep evolving. But I think the way the things are evolving is it's a lower standard of living. One of the dead giveaways of a declining economy in little tiny hints, it's not like the headline in the newspaper. It's tiny little things that you might start to notice is where you go to a grocery store and you want to buy whatever it is you want to get, and you walk along the chip aisle for some snacks, and you see the big family bag up there of Lay's potato chips, and then you see the regular size bag of potato chips, and then you see something you've not seen before, brand new bags of potato chips, different flavors in smaller sizes. And you kind of go, well, I could buy one of those, and one of those, because those are 3 for $6. And I could get a little variety here and not buy too many of each one. And what's actually happening is the food industry of America is beginning to offer you smaller portions in your grocery store, your variety store, wherever, more specialty type portions of food. And it is in effect a price increase because you're paying more per ounce for the good that you want, the product you want, but you're getting fewer ounces and the margins are higher. And look, corporate America, they're geniuses, okay? American business people are the best in the world. They adapt to a changing environment in microseconds. They are on it at all times. They now have AI intelligence to help them stay on it. And in the third world, it is not uncommon where people make enough money in a day, get paid in cash that day, go to their local market that day, buy food for tonight, and get through this evening. And tomorrow, go to work, make enough money to go to the market, to buy enough food for tonight, to get through tonight again. And I'm talking about moms and dads feeding families, and where you are buying stuff like, for an example, you're buying cooking oil to fry whatever you're frying in your pan at home, and you're buying enough cooking oil for tonight. You're not buying a bottle of this stuff. You're buying a plastic baggie of cooking oil that if you hold the baggie to the light and you tilt it so that you see the bottom corner of the baggie, there's enough oil in there to go into your pan for tonight's meal. That's how much you need to buy. You can't afford to buy the bottle. The bottle is 10 times the cost of the oil you need for this evening. You don't have that kind of capital. You need the rest of your money to buy whatever you're going to fry in the pan tonight to eat. And that is sold on a per portion basis. That's the race to the bottom that is out there, has been for decades. Okay, no North American is aware of this because we don't live that style, haven't had to. No G10 country is full of its population living like that. We're talking the bottom of the bottom. But what is beginning to happen in our world in the West is we're going to grocery stores, we're going to the Costco's, we're going to our favorite retailers, and we're beginning to notice the downsizing of our essentials. And it might be smaller tubes of toothpaste. You might remember your toothpaste used to be this big, the tube, $1.99. Now you're noticing the $1.99s are like this, and the specialty toothpaste, which I never heard of before, specialty toothpaste, $7 a tube for toothpaste. Where the hell did that come from? It just goes on and on and on, whether it's fragrances, whether it's cosmetics, whether it's bottles of pills, whether it's whatever it is you need, smaller sizes, smaller packaging, higher prices. That's the race to the bottom. And it's coming down to, instead of a 6-month supply, it's a 3-month supply, it's a 1-month supply. Oh, it's a couple of weeks, and then we'll worry about buying it again. And that way, you keep your grocery bill at the same amount that you can afford to pay, whether it's $200 a week or $150 a week or $300 a week. I don't know what your grocery bill is, but you have a budget and you have to stay within it. And slowly but surely, the luxuries come out of our lives, down to more of the basics of our lives, more and more to the basics. How many of you know someone, or has happened to you in the past? You're looking for a bite to eat tonight, and you see a restaurant with a 99-cent special, a $3.99 whatever promotion. You're going in for that, or you know someone that's going for that. They can't afford an $8 Subway. They're buying a $4 Subway. It's a half a sub. That's what it is. A 6-inch sub. It's not a 1-foot sub. Welcome to the shrinking world and to the changing demographic. Just a guy reflecting what I think is going on. If you're writing options, you might be able to avoid this kind of a thing. You might be able to stay above the market and the crowd as a whole. And being a casino owner probably is the best thing you could be doing for yourself. Many of you have become casino owners. You're doing all right. You're staying on top of it. But you're going to have to keep on doing it, because this market, we've topped out. I think we're at the highs. I think we are. I don't see a reason to go 20% higher than where we are now at all-time highs. I just don't see. I don't get why. Andrea, good morning. Sharon, Eddie, Austin, Chase, Rosita, Parker, Hector, Mr. Lucky, Go Around, Mark, Legacy, Charlie. Hi there, everybody. Thank you. Thumbs ups. Mandu, Stuart, Chase, Rosita, 35 cents a gallon in the early 60s. The good old days. Mike's, what does it say? Stock market running on fumes. Just a matter of time before it dissipates. Murray from Tokyo, good evening, good morning, good evening from hot and humid Japan. Weather that melts this, gosh, and thank you, Japan, for inventing the air fan jacket. Have you ever seen those on YouTube? A lot of you municipal workers who work outside all day have fan jackets operated by batteries. They circulate air through their jackets to keep their workers cool. It's unbelievable. The Japanese come up with all kinds of unique things. Good morning from everyone from JV. James of the Mystery Tree, good morning. Doug is here. Andre Delatorre, John Biscuit. Does this guy release Japan? Does this guy say in a worse state than America? John, by America, I mean USA, known in Europe as Southern Canada. Doug, Taco Man gonna deport Elon Musk. He says, yeah, Doug, what gonna happen to Tesla? John, poor Elon spent $200 million just to get deported. Mike, 90 deals in 90 days. Just wait, 90 deals in 90 days. Chase, I need an air fan jacket, 39 degrees with humidity in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I need one of those jackets. Doug, cash secured puts on Tesla. John, demanding ketchup with his burger isn't classed as a deal. You know that in Switzerland, in Zermatt, when you go to Zermatt or Zurich, you go to McDonald's and you order fries. You want ketchup? It's extra. Those little packets of ketchup, you're paying 30 Swiss cents, 30 cents, which is equivalent of about 50 cents American for about an ounce of ketchup. Did you know that? It's true. Salt is free if you can find it, because they don't generally offer salt. They have salt on the fries, and that's plenty. Really, you don't need more. Americans will differ, but ketchup extra, mustard extra. Then I can tell you what you don't find around the outside of a McDonald's in Switzerland. You don't find any ketchup packets that young kids have put down on the ground and stomped on. It's too expensive to do that. You don't do that. It's amazing how people treat ketchup a whole lot different when you have to pay for it like that, isn't it? Something. Good morning from Cindy, number 53, thumbs up. JJ, Uncle Bruce, my spidey senses tells me by the end of the year the stock market will be lower than where we are today. Mr. T, Ivan Putski, okay. Roaring, you know who, hello, life is easy, the man is here, Mark Downs. Thank you for number 62. Shrinkflation that's the name of the game, James, you nailed it. Roaring figures inflation going to cause me to go on a diet. John, smaller portion. The man, when I shop, I don't look at the big price on the tag. Every tag will have a small print price per ounce. and that's the measurement they're using. That's true. A JJ, smaller packages, same price. The marketing term is right sizing. Yes. ALA number 65. Savage of Wall Street. Tiny hints. Well, everything else is more expensive. Ever heard of sneaky inflation? Companies keep laying off workers. Lots of restaurants keep going under. Wages stay the same. Good morning, by the way. Hello, John. Buying oil like that has to be the saddest thing I've heard today. I ran over a cat today. So, I mean, I know sad things. I remember double coupons up to $1 so I could get my toothpaste for free. Corinne, number 67. I remember when ramen was 10 for $1. The man, remember when everyone was trashing Trump because the stock market went down from all-time highs? Oh, the good old days. Austin, I was charged $28 for a foot-long sub, chips, and a drink yesterday. There surely had to be some price error, and I didn't want to make a whole scene, but I was not happy to say the least. Just what? Jen and I went out yesterday for a burger, an order of onion rings, and a shake at Pete's Burgers here in Calgary. Have you ever been to Calgary? If you've ever been to Calgary with a local, you know Pete's Burgers. There's essentially one location in Calgary, I think, only has been forever, and they're famous for their single burgers, double burgers, fries, onion rings, and drinks. Their menu is kind of like In-N-Out, very slim little menu. That's it. Simple. No breakfast. No, nothing different. It's just the same. Incredibly successful franchise. Anyway, I had a double burger. She had a single burger. We had an order of onion rings, which comes in one size, and a shake. We shared $31. Yeah. I remember when it broke $10. When we had to pay more than $10. And I remember when it broke $15, we thought, oh my God, $15 to go for a burger. I mean, that's all they do. They make gazillions of burgers, fries, and onion rings. I mean, it's not like it's a specialty dish, with grade A sirloin, filet mignon with an exotic sauce. We're talking burgers. Buns by the zillion. They buy burgers by the ton. They buy the buns by the zillion at $31. Yeah, that's crazy. Mr. Lucky, air fan jacket sounds like Back to the Future jacket. Drying mode on. Your jacket is now dry. Yeah, isn't that great? Doug, I noticed my broker has tightened up their margin allowance. Interesting. Cutting Edge Flakes, number 75, thumbs up. Thank you. Savage of Wall Street, is someone trading from Japan? That is actually a goal of ours. The wife and I have been thinking about perhaps renting out our house and moving to Japan or Portugal for a few years. Kids would love it. Murray, Savage, yes, Mumu Japan is who I use to do my trades. JJ, don't forget the toilet tax in Zermatt, Switzerland, Uncle Bruce. Lee, good morning, all. JJ, a usage fee, €1. Larry, good morning, all. Number 78. Yes, there are places in Switzerland, Germany, you have to pay to use the bathroom, and it can be €1. But they're generally pretty clean. They're a lot prettier than the American toilets. But I digress. Mr. T, Ivan was a famous wrestler back in the day. Ivan Putski. Remember him? No, I don't. I remember The Undertaker. I remember Davey Boy Smith. I remember the Honky Tonk. Was it Honky Tonk Wayne? The Honky Tonk Man, Honky Tonk Wayne. I remember him. I'll give you so many lefts, you'll be begging for a right. I've forgotten most of those names. Cindy, Tesla is moving. John, fast food is ridiculously expensive. If you buy fresh food and can cook, you can live relatively cheaply. I myself scrumped some apples and made an apple crumble for less than $1. Cutting edge. I'm 36 years old, retired as of last week, not by choice, but sitting on a 6-figure portfolio. I don't think I'm going back to work for another job. I'm kicking back and I am chilling. There you go. Crazy 49er. Best thing in JP, the stall orders reach the floor and the toilets play music. Mr. Lucky, go around. Whoa, Tesla. John Biscuit, you can't live on $12,968.98. Jeff, the S&P is at an all-time highs, but only up 5% year to date. Global markets are up an average of 15% year to date. The Trump Anchor, and there you go. Very interesting. Well, let's take a look at some of our favorites here, see what's going on. We open in 25 minutes. Welcome all to the program. Let's take a quick peek at some of our favorites. Right now, Rocket Lab is off 15 cents. SoFi down 11 at 17.53. The Rocket Lab 34.19. We got GameStop at 23.75, up 7 this morning. It did break 24 yesterday, but could not hold it again. Q's down 96 cents. We got MicroStrategy up 10.22 after losing 30.93 yesterday. Spire at 11.34, that's up 3. Smart Rent at 108, it's up a nickel this morning. Smart Rent has made a bit of a move from the 90s to here in the last little while. Apple up 202. Apparently a buy rating came out and other talk about AI being brought in from the outside, and the people seem to like it, and it's at 209.80. Tesla up $18 at 318 after losing 17 yesterday. Delivery numbers today or something like that. See what's going on. Microsoft down 289. Google is off 94 cents. The Amazon shares are down 116. Nvidia down 129, back to 152 a share. Nvidia topped out the other day at 158, and yesterday hit a low of 151.49. So about $7 off, $6 off the highs. But still doing relatively nicely on Nvidia. Meta Platforms down 477. We got Supermicro down a dime. ASTS is off 68 cents. It's back to 44.40 now. ASTS topped out at $54 just last week, I think. I'm going to go back for a 1 week chart. Could have been in the last week we topped out there. I'm going to double check this. June 24th, pardon me. So the last week of June, the stock surged up from that 40 range up to 54, and now we're back to 44. That is ASTS with its ups and downs. AI down 8 cents. Palantir off 50 cents to $130. Unity down 8 cents. Goldman off 241. Cisco down 6 cents. Netflix up 471. Lost $45 yesterday on that sell-off. $45 drop to $12.93. Only coming back $4.70. Pfizer's up 15. Arc Innovations up 7. IBM lost $358 yesterday, down $120 now to $290. The high on IBM, $296. So we're $6 off the high for IBM, recent high. All right, moving on. Uber down 28 cents. HBQ up 3. Home Depot up 138. Gained 650 yesterday. Vanik Semiconductors down 150. Adobe down 680, up 520 yesterday. And then Enphase trying to gain 23 cents today. At the moment, that is the story here right now. And we'll see just kind of what happens today. Welcome to the program, everybody. All righty. What else is going on? Wow, Tesla 322, says Corey. It might sell off soon. Who knows? John, SoFi will crash today, in my opinion. Henry, good morning from Thailand, folks. Good morning, Henry. Savage of Wall Street. We just got back from Reno yesterday, and this time the casinos, they looked empty. And the restaurants and casinos were not full as usual. Every dinner was over $200. We used to pay $100. Yeah, inflation hitting the casual market, the discretionary market, not good. I think the best thing in Japan is the food. We had an amazing time there 5 years ago. The discovery of the year for me was the bidets. Life was never the same after. There you go. Indeed, folks, travel is where you see other parts of the world you would not normally be used to. And sometimes it's something as little as simple as mundane as the toilet. How about that? Well, interesting stuff. Welcome all to the show today. Thank you for joining me from wherever you are on the planet. It is wonderful to have you with me today. I don't know what kind of a day we're going to get. I really can't say. I'm hoping we have a barn burner of a day, but we're negative right now on the markets. But then again, for some of you and many of you who are option writers, you look at the down day and go, okay, I've got moves I can make. I'm going to write cash secured puts. They just went up in price, so thank you very much. I'm going to take the gain, the extra money, and thank you. Grab it and go. By the way, I do have a question for you today that I put up on my channel. Would you like to answer it? Is the question? What do you think about the markets? Where do you think they're going to be by the end of the year? I've asked. The simple question is, by the end of this year, the markets will be higher, lower, the same. Not very difficult to answer that question. 182 of you have already hit that thing, and I appreciate that. By the way, 84 thumbs ups. Keep them coming, guys. 52% of you folks are saying the markets will be higher than they are now. 30% figure lower, and 18% of you are saying it's going to be about the same. Maybe plus or minus a couple of percentage points, but we're not really going to go anywhere. We're kind of range bound, Bruce. I'm going to see how this. I'm curious to see the next 100 or 200 of you coming through here to answer that question, whether this holds or whether this modifies anymore. But yeah, 52, 30, and 17, higher, lower, the same. 184 and counting. Thank you all for participating in the question of the day and participating in the thumbs ups meter. 88 now on the thumbs ups. 4 more just came in, getting us closer to 100 and ultimately 200 thumbs ups. Much, much appreciated. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me. Premium of the option. Happy Wednesday. Time to fill our pockets. Corey D. Tesla had 384,000 deliveries, and the deliveries are down 14% from last year's quarter, but it popped a little. We'll see later if this holds or not. Savage of Wall Street. I'm happy to say I rolled most of my covered calls in the last week. I also sold an insane amount of covered calls, knowing this week would be a crucial one with lots of downward pressure. Time for cash secured puts. Almost. Right on, Savage. Welcome back from Reno. And thank you for that perspective, letting us know what is going on over there, Savage. How does it look? Is it slowing down? The casino's not full. The restaurant's not full either. Yeah, that was interesting. Love to hear this kind of perspective. Any others of you out there on any kind of a holiday? How does it look to you? What about plane rides lately? Are planes completely full? How is the economy doing across the world wherever you are? Are you sensing a slowdown? Are you sensing a pullback? What are you folks noticing out there? Please tell us. We'll take the info from anywhere we can get it, and I trust you guys way more than anyone else when it comes to what's really going on out there. Giddy up. Alrighty, there we go. Thank you all for joining in today. Mr. Lucky from Hawaii, it's busier than usual, so from my end, I can't say. Here in Calgary, I'll tell you, we have the Stampede coming up here. Our annual, Drunk Fest. I believe it starts tomorrow, preview day. And so for the next week and a half, it'll be a big party fest here. We'll find out as the numbers roll in how things are going. Find all that out. Austin, our city is just having store closure after store closure, unfortunately. We are a small college town, and the university is in a mess as well. I worry about the unspoken big decline in enrollment, and there another issue America is facing. Excuse me, international students not being welcomed as before, and government getting in the middle of education to tell universities what to do and how to do it. That doesn't sit well with foreigners. America, its strength is freedom. But when freedom is taken away and dominated by what people say is a better form of freedom, foreigners don't buy that line. They call bullshit on that one. One, JV, home prices coming down here in NOT. Excuse me, Northern California. Interesting. Jeff Glass, I spent my vacation in the wilderness, and I was glad there weren't any people around. That was likely due to remoteness and not related to the economy. Fair enough. Makes sense. We've noticed here in Calgary one thing that's interesting. I did mention yesterday on the air that the province in which I live, which is like a state in America, ran a surplus of $8.5 billion. There's only 4.8 million people living in this province, and to have an $8.5 billion surplus for the province, that's pretty good. However, now for 8 months in a row, rental costs to rent an apartment in Calgary has dropped 8 straight months, and it's a Canada-wide phenomenon. So in Canada now, for the last 8 months, rents have been dropping, and many factors are going into this. Of course, international, U.S.-Canada relations, the economy as a whole, the outlook, people's confidence. It's just part of the thing. So that's an interesting turnaround for rents, because rents in Canada for 3 years just kept going up and up, and in the last year of rental raises, as that was rising, we were hearing horror stories of people getting 20% rent bumps on an annual basis from landlords going, I can get it, I'm going to charge that much more. All of a sudden now we've had 8 months straight of deals, of concessions, and 1 month free rent, first month free, cable free, free internet. Deals are being bandied about to get people to come in. We'll see how this plays out going on. All right. Brian, I am heading to Osoyoos, British Columbia for my vacation in a couple of weeks. I might melt. There's that. Very hot, of course. Europeans suffering tremendously with tremendous heat over there. North America's had some heat waves already. This is going to affect things, no question about it. Temperature today here in Cowtown, we're going to be up to 84 today, which is warm for us. Not, unbearably unbearable, but we're going back to 68 for the high on Friday. Don't worry, I'm going to survive just fine. We have air conditioning in our building, so I'm quite okay. But yes, temperatures are definitely moving up here and there. Tokyo today, Tokyo going to 90, that's normal. Singapore 85, Dubai 101, Zermatt 70, not bad Zermatt. Sydney, Australia in winter 62 for the high. Zurich going up to 90 right now. It's at 90 right now. London, England 75 for the high. Berlin 98 is the high today in Berlin. Very hot and muggy. Berlin is humid. New York 86 for the high today. My goodness. Yes, we've got some uncomfortable weather in certain parts of the world, no question about it. All right, Mr. Lucky, actually, something to note is that Hawaii's home prices weren't as affected as the rest of the mainland in 2008. Now we are seeing home prices decline, and it's the slowest home buying since 2003. Hector, Playa del Carmen is a winter tourist mecca. The summer season is the off season, partly due to temperatures, but I believe also now economic pressures. Restaurants trying to hold their menu prices, trying to hang on. Very interesting. It be what it be. It is 7:19 here, 9:19 in New York, Eastern USA. Markets will open in 11 minutes today. We are indicating a slightly lower market, only down 25 on the Dow, down 4 on S&P, and down 47 on NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is the big loser. 1/5 of a percentage point is the drop. It's nothing serious at all. The Qs are down 120 or so. 545.75 range is kind of where we're at. A bit of pressure there. The high for the Qs, 552.80, set 3 days ago. Now 545. So we're $7 behind the high, all-time high on the Qs. And we're watching to see just, are we going to be range bound within $5 to $15 of this high? Are we going to be like 540 to 552 for a while? Is that going to be the new normal? We're 545 right now. Don't know. James of the Misty Tree, Soyuz town motto, Canada's warmest welcome. I went to high school with a couple of guys and with family in Summerland. Brian, cool, James of the Misty Tree. I've never been there. Any recommendations for Osoyoos? Osoyoos, British Columbia, is right at the border, pretty well at the border of the U.S. and Canada. It's very close. And it is actually surrounded by a desert. It's the odd geographical anomaly. If you've been in Idaho and you've been in Washington State, you've been interior, away from the Pacific in Washington State, out of Seattle, coming inland, you come all the way over to the eastern end of Washington. It's desert up there, very dry, incredibly dry, and that extends up into parts of British Columbia between these mountain ranges. And the Soyuz is warm and hot. Even in the winter, it's much milder than other places in Canada. It's an anomaly. Beautiful place, gorgeous area, and popular with folks who love to golf and fish, and ride bikes and hike, and enjoy a nice little area. I have no recommendations myself as to what to do in Osoyoos, but Vancouver, I think, is 6 hours that way to the west. And Creston, British Columbia, where Jen and I used to live, is 4 or 5 hours that way. And there you go. Welcome all to the program. We're 9 minutes away from opening the show. How is business where you live, folks? Are you noticing businesses closing up where you live? Are you noticing restaurants shutting down lately? Has there been a kind of a trend towards an economic pullback? Are you noticing the, certain like local strip malls or shopping malls? Are there more vacancies than normal this time of the year? Maybe the last time you saw it, or is the politics in your neighborhood, is the talk in your neighborhood about layoffs and slowdowns, economic not doing too well? Just do let me know. Anyway, just curious. A Bagel Babe, lucky number. I'm lucky number 100 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, Bagel Babe, and all of you who've already hit that thumbs up button for me. Keep them coming in. We've broken the triple digits here. We're going for 200 today. Yesterday, 196 thumbs ups. Not bad. Almost got to 200. Maybe today we'll do it again. I don't know. I would appreciate it. Welcome all to the program. The question of the day, looking for answers. If you want to give me an answer to the question of the day, we've got 204 people now responding here. By the end of the year, where do you think the stock market is going to be? Are we going to be higher than we are now, even though we're near all-time record highs? Are we going to be lower, or are we going to be about the same? Are we going to sort of tread water here? Maybe a little higher, and then we'll back off a little lower, and then we'll just kind of come back, and we're going to kind of be in this whole range for the next 6 months. After all, this is July, so we're only asking you to guess the next 5-6 months, higher, lower, or about the same. 204 people responding. 52% say higher, 30% say lower, 17% think the same. And so let me know your thoughts if you can. Hit that poll question over there. And while you're at that, hit the old thumbs up button. 103 people have. I thank you very much. Keep those coming in. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the program, kids. We're opening in 6 minutes for another day of trading. It is the summertime, folks. It is summertime. Normally, this time of year in past decades, it would be slow. We might not be so slow. We got a Congress now we're all watching to see if in America they can pass that big, fat, beautiful bill over there. Can they approve the Senate version? I don't think they will. I think there'll be adjustments, and it'll have to go back to the Senate again. We'll see how that plays. At the moment, there's apparently weather issues holding up members of Congress from getting back to Washington. Apparently the weather is so bad in parts of the U.S. they cannot get them back to the House for a vote today. They might have to do a vote tomorrow. Time will tell. We'll see. At the moment, Rocket Lab is green, up 21 cents at 34.54. Congratulations to all of you on Rocket Lab who have been rolling up your cash secured puts on your Rocket Lab shares. I don't commend you enough on that. A number of you have taken your $20 and $22 and $25 and $26 and $28 cash secured puts, bought them back on Rocket Lab, and have turned around and written 32s, 35s, 40s, going all the way out to Jan 27 and taking gobs of dollars off the table from the Rocket Lab move here to $34.50 to $37. Well done. SoFi, $17.52 at the moment. We're down 12 cents. And I don't know if we'll be negative when we start trading. We'll see if that holds. Time we'll know in a few moments when we open up the markets. It looks like we've had SoFi volume 1.7 million. We've really been, it's been interesting. It's been almost 2 million every morning pre-market trading on SoFi. This to me is not retail. This is not little mom and pop buyers of stock. This isn't 1 and 2 and 300 shareholders trying to buy stock of SoFi. This is institutional. There is some serious money moving in here. Moving out, moving in, moving out, moving in. SoFi at 17.52 instead of being 12.52. I think we're going higher. When you get 1.8 million near the all-time highs, yeah, this is serious on SoFi. GameStop is up 12 cents, 23.80. The Qs are still down about $1.16, 17 at the moment. We've got MicroStrategy holding a $10 gain. Spire up 30 cents. Smart Rent at 108, up a nickel, up 4 cents yesterday. Apple holding a 122 gain. Tesla is up $12 at 312. The range on Tesla this morning, there was a moment after their delivery numbers, they did pop up to 321.22, but they're back to 313, and that's an $8 pullback so far. 8 million shares traded. Okay. Deliveries were down, but not as bad as expected. Again, this is the common theme here lately for a lot of American-based listed companies. They're revealing numbers that were better than they thought, but they admit they're worse than last year. And to me, I can't see a record high in the market lasting very long with that kind of attitude, with that kind of result. Microsoft down 291, Alphabet down 67, Amazon down $1.06, Nvidia off about 70 cents. Meta Platforms down 4.50, Supermicro down 18 cents, ASTS only down 7 now, coming back. AI down 2 cents, Palantir up 62 cents, Unity down 7, Goldman Sachs up $1, Cisco down 42, Netflix up $6, trying to recover some of that $45 loss yesterday. Pfizer up a dime. ARC Innovations holding up 32 cents. We have 2 minutes to go. We open. IBM down $1 right now. Uber's off 40 cents. HPQ down 6. Home Depot up 39. Vanik Semiconductors 134 lower. Adobe down almost $8. Was up 5 yesterday. And Enphase up 120 yesterday. Up 3 now to 40.94. On that one, on Enphase. Here we go. We're getting ready to open for the morning. Rocket Lab now only up a penny, where SoFi is down just 13 and GameStop is plus 11. And the Qs are only down 85 cents. We're coming back with a bit of a pop here just as we get ready to open, reflecting a little more of reality. Get ready to rumble. And thank you, Larry Titus, in advance. James, sorry, Brian, it's been 35 years since I went through. I've stayed next to the lake in Penticton. Jeff, things are still chugging along here in my area in St. Louis. Restaurants full. Retail seems fine. Construction continuing. Things move a little slow here. Not a big boom bust cycle. James, I thought I saw Ogopogo a couple of times, but alas, they were just logs. Splair, neat. I expect more stagnation worldwide, but not much in the way of changes. The same. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're about to open for trading today. We're going to see what this market has in store for you. How much richer will you get today as an option writer? Being a casino is the place to be. Welcome, casino operators, to the show. SoFi, is it in the blackout period? Probably a week or so of shenanigans until the end of the month, I wonder. Larry Titus, bing, ding, 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 ding. The bells have rung. We're open for trading. Welcome all. Richard Carlin and ALA. Nee. Don't forget the knee emojis. Indeed, support the Knights of Knee. Thank you all for being here. We are up and running. We're going to start this market today. You'll see what we've got. Continue yesterday's trend or set a new one, or are we just going to be wishy-washy today because the 4th is coming up? I don't know. It's Wednesday. Friday, we're closed. How quiet is it going to be tomorrow? Actually, tomorrow won't be quiet because tomorrow is option expiry day, and tomorrow all kinds of economic news comes out. Instead of on Friday, it comes out tomorrow. So today we might be anticipating that news. So we'll see. Okay. Qs are down 47 cents. Nothing serious. The Dow down 3. Is that accurate? We'll find out in a moment or two as the markets calibrate their openings, and we'll figure out where it's all at. Okay. Tesla deliveries in June, not as weak as feared. Shares surged in the pre-market. Well, they did pop a little. Now they're at 311.55. Tesla is up 10.80, but it was up $22 for a minute. It didn't hold that. So here we are, 311.55. So we'll watch that. The Dow is down 25 points. S&P down 3, NASDAQ down 2. It's very quiet, very calm. The VIX is negative. It's up 44. That's bad. It's up 44 to 1727. So that's a negative factor. Not catastrophic, but it's plus 44. Oil up 70 cents, 66.14. Last I saw. Charlie, thank you. Neat emojis coming in. Splair, is Friday already closed? Or? Yeah, we're closed this Friday, my friend. Splair, $20. For what? I don't know, but $20. Welcome all. All right, now we've got the Dow showing a little more reality. We're down 100 on the Dow. Okay, we were down going in, and we're now down here. We're down 91 on the Dow. We're down 6 on S&P. We're down 7 on NASDAQ. We're starting to open up all the stocks. We'll see what we really got going on. SoFi up a dime at 1774. So SoFi not opening in the red where it was all pre-market. We've traded 3.5 million shares in 2 minutes to get the first salvos through, the first trades through. GameStop up 13 cents at the moment, 23.88. Rocket Lab down a penny. So there you go. All right, we're now down about 70 on the Dow instead of 100. S&P down 4, and NASDAQ just went green. And NASDAQ is up 13 points. It was negative 100 just a while ago. So here we are, green. So we're trying to figure it out. The Qs are down 14 cents. So Qs aren't down $1.60 or whatever they are anymore. We'll see how that plays out. All right, SoFi 17.69 up 5, GameStop up 17, Microsoft down 274, Apple's up 127, Nvidia 59, Meta down 133, Google down 59 cents. The Tesla shares now are only up 870 to 309. Amazon down 91 cents, Netflix up 390, Broadcom up 27, IBM down 185, ASTS up 65 cents. They were negative all morning. HIMS down 33, MicroStrategy up 780. They were up 10 earlier this morning. They're now up 780. AI is down 2 cents. Super Micro up 35, Palantir up 133 to $132. Intel down 25 cents. What do we got? Coinbase up 690, Costco down 370, Eli Lilly up 145, Uber up 27, Cisco down 38, Adobe down $11, AMD down 38 cents at 135.72, Enphase 133 gain, 42.20. Solar stocks are supposed to get whacked by this budget thing. It has been whacked, but it's holding on today a little bit. Okay, what else is going on here? Charlie, is tomorrow a half day also? Markets close at 1 p.m. I think the bond market maybe. I don't know about the stocks. Splair, I'm not allowed to say cry. I don't know what's going on here, Splair. James, my 552, 554 Qs, call credit spreads open Monday, expire today, and I'm looking good here with it at 546. Here we are. James is sitting at 552.54. James has profits, looking good. Splair, Charlie C2, this would be helpful information. Again, I do not know what they're talking about. Zed Estate 96, baby. I'm in here with your thumbs ups. Thank you all for helping out. Or is the down now 96? I'm not sure what Zed is talking about. We'll just consider it something good. How about that? We'll just say it's something good. We're down 86 on the Dow, down 7.5 on S&P, up 3 on Nasdaq. The VIX is plus 46. Oil at 66.10, up 68 cents a barrel. All right. Qs are down 40 cents. SoFi up 4. GameStop up 11. Rocket Lab down 3 cents. Very, very close to the number here. Zed, those are 96 thumbs ups. Thank you, Zed, very much. Appreciate it. Keep them coming on in. Thank you all. The question of the day has generated 225 responders so far. Thank you for answering the question, which is, do you think the markets are going to be higher, lower, or the same by the end of this year? 51% of you are thinking higher, 31% thinking lower, 18% no change. It's going to be right in this range, Bruce. We're at the highs. We're going to kind of hang around here for 6 months as earnings chug through. Some will be good, some will be bad, some will be whatever. We'll see what, Okay, well, 117 thumbs ups. That is good news. I appreciate that. Matt says there was a GameStop member of the board of directors that picked up 5,500 shares. I don't know if they out and out bought those shares or if they exercised options from the company or were granted stock. But Matt, thank you. I did see that article. Is that a turnaround for the stock? No. But it's up 23 cents to 23.98. So, hey, we'll take that. 17.75 on your SoFi, now up 11 cents. The sell wave happened yesterday. There could have been a sell wave this morning. It didn't show. We're at 17.75, up 11. Do we go back to 18 now? I think so. I think that's entirely likely that SoFi could just run into the 18.20 level. And let's see what happens after that. Those of you writing cash secured puts on your SoFi, you grabbing $4, $5, $6 a contract. Nice job. That is a nice thing to think about and look into. And some of you have made some moves there to add thousands of dollars to your balances in your accounts. Yeah, especially your retirement accounts, if you can do those. Congratulations. Well done, each and every one of you. We're up 4 to 10 cents on SoFi. 21-cent gain on GameStop. Microsoft down $1.89. The Qs are up 16 cents. We've gone green on the Qs now to reach the high of the day. Yes, 547.21 was the high so far, with the NASDAQ now up 25 points. It's moving higher. Want to wait the first hour, see what this market wants to do on the Qs, and then see if you want to do a credit spread ahead of that market and see if the market peters out. Tomorrow, option expiry day, so there will be volatility back and forth here on all markets, including NASDAQ, the Dow, S&P, and stocks. Splair, I think it's not unlikely that we dip to 16 on SoFi. Well, everyone has their opinion. The market is the true source of where we're at. And 1892 was the high, 1772 is where we are. $1.20 away from the high of multi-year high from 2 days ago. Could we break that today? Sure we can. We can go past 19 today. Of course we can. The question is, will the stock make a run today, or is it poised for a run later next week into the 2022 day neighborhood? Are we going to be talking SoFi $20 to $22 a share starting next week sometime? And then talking about it could go to 25 like by the end of the month. Are we going to be talking about this? Is this possible? If this is possible, I have a suspicion that many, many, many of you are going to be looking at account balances you've never seen before in your accounts. You're just going to be going, I don't recognize this territory, this neighborhood. I don't recognize the zip code in which my account is in. It is a fancier zip code because there will be another set of cash secured put rollovers going on around here. I like this game. I like this game for you kids. Oh man. It's It's kind of like the Beverly Hillbillies, coming into town in a rickety old truck and looking at all these mansions and going swimming pools, movie stars. Yeah, it's kind of cool. These cement ponds are sure something to look at, don't you think? Yeah. Anyway, Hector, Rocket Lab has lost $4 a share since yesterday morning. What a time to write cash secured puts. What a time. There you go. Hector, too high too soon, maybe. Months this year. Splair is talking about, according to my stock buys at SoFi, it was once at 18 neighborhood. It could dip and get again somewhere, a run up due to stability at 16, 17 range. But that's speculation for me, and that's the best part about this market. We all get to speculate and think, what do you think is going to happen? The one certainty is just take a look at GameStop. It's $24 right now. Another certainty, SoFi, $17.74 up a dime. Those are certainties. Qs are up 30 cents. That's a certainty. The Dow is down 71. Okay. We're seeing that. Rocket Lab only down 7 cents. You all know. I know it. You know it. Rocket Lab could go up $2 at any time. It could be $36.50 in 15 minutes. We know that. So, hey, I'm just saying. Offer to buy back Rocket Lab at a cheaper price by running cash secured puts. What's wrong with that picture? Nothing. Nothing is wrong with that. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you for joining me. What's our volume on SoFi now? The volume, 5.7 million in 11 minutes. A little less than the last few days. But nonetheless active. We're at $19.6 billion in market cap on SoFi now. That is a double of the market cap since the April 2nd debacle from the White House. So, yeah, that's a recovery. Thank you very much. Well, can SoFi pop another 50% from here, go up $7, $8 from here to 25? That would take the market cap to $30 billion. That's something to think about for a S&P inclusion. That qualifies quite nicely for an S&P 500 inclusion. $30 billion market cap. I wonder. I do wonder. Okay. I'm just a guy in front of the computer saying hi, everybody. You think SoFi could pass GameStop? Wouldn't that be something? I mean, GameStop's 24, SoFi 1770. What if it caught it and beat it? I mean, GameStop could go to 25 and then SoFi goes to 25. Now what? Oh my God. Well, I'd love to tackle that problem. On the other hand, if GameStop would go to 40 and SoFi go to 27, I think I could still live with myself. I'm sure most of you could live with yourselves as well. We'll find a way to get by with that hardship, I'm sure. Hardship city. If you all added, just think about this, if you could all add $10 per contract that you've written on cash secured puts on your SoFi between now and the end of July into August, if each of you were gaining $10 in cash, $1,000 a contract into your accounts, what kind of an impact would that make on your accounts? And for those of you who are saving for long-term retirement, some of you are going to be in a different tax bracket. A delicious problem. I mean, delish. Yes, those of you who used to have 5,000 shares and you sold them at $15 6 months ago, you wrote 20s, you're rolling into 25s, and then you have to roll into 30s. And you've added $10 additional to your account. You've gone from 15 plus the premium of the 20s to about $23. Then you're going to 28. Then you're going to 33. You're going from 15 to 33 in 6 months. I think your accounts will be in a whole different neighborhood. No doubt in my mind about it. Oh, that would be fun. Uncle Bruce, I can write 50 GameStop covered call contracts. I'm just waiting one news release, one pup. I want to write, please. Come on, GameStop. Oh, it's 24. It's up 39 cents. Go, GameStop, go. You can write 25s anytime you want. You can write 27s. You can write 30s. How far out you want to go? You want to bring in $3. I bet you can do it anytime you want. I bet you can bring in $3 a contract on some of these out there. I've got to figure that's available to you. But I don't know. Depending on your your willingness to do a right. Look at the oh my God! Look at the 25s for Jan 27. Oh my God! Last trade 8.25. Well, we got 30s are last written at 7. They're probably able. You're probably going to get 8 for those, maybe 9. Wow, that's wild. Now that is out there. I admit. 27. How about Jan 26? Jan 26. A little tighter spread on the Jan 26s, I guess. The 30s, you can get $4 for 30s. That 50 contracts, that's 20,000 American dollars you can bring in right now, offering $30 calls for Jan 26, 5 months. You can bring in right now for 5 months, $20,000 US. That's 4,000 US a month. That's 1,000 US a week of shrinkage being handed to you if you were to write those $30 calls. That's I think that's pretty good. I kind of like it. And of course, the problem you're going to run into, you might be bought out at 30 plus the 4. You'd be selling at $34. Such a problem. You'll do rollovers to Jan 27 if you had to have that happen. So, yeah, there's something to think about. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to look at this, go, my God, 50 calls. That kind of capital available to you today, and you can haul interest in on this extra cash right now, daily interest. I don't know what the delay is. 2402, 2403, go GameStop, and please make said estate much, much richer than he is now. Giddy up. Brian, just practice folding your arms. Free range. Uncle Bruce, July 11 expiry on these Qs. A call credit spread, 560, 570 for $1.04. I could get a credit of $1.04 on a $10 spread. Now, 555, 565. I could get a $2 credit on that one for July 11 expiry. Well, 55.65 is higher than the highs. $2 credit protects you to 557. I love that 560.70 quote. I do like that. That's 10% return for July 11 consideration. Either or, obviously the 55.65 is, still out of the money, $8. And if we're just going to be range bound, that will work out nicely. Can you write the 202 credit and close it when it's $1 credit? You take the dollar. That's like writing the 104 credit and shutting it down at 4 cents. So the 202 down to $1 might be a better move. But on the other hand, the $1 down to 25 cents is 7.5% on your money in less than 9 days. The holiday weekend is here. You might be out of that trade by Wednesday, Thursday of next week already. You might be out of that trade in the next 6 days. 6 by the 8th, by the 6th, 7th. I don't know. Yeah, free range. Those are two very interesting quotes. Brian, IV is at all-time lows. Premiums are super low. Funny, though, they're still higher than a lot of other stocks. Boeing Tiger. Options trading hours on July 3rd. U.S. equity and options markets. These markets will close early. Closure at 1 p.m. Eligible options. These will close early at 1:15 Eastern. Boeing. Looks like we close early tomorrow, but do your own research, everybody. A Z, 20 grand. That's not enough. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm talking American money, right? We're talking 500,000 Canadian here. 20,000 American, right? Oh my God, Bobby. Only rollover problem I have now is all those lovely green numbers are now red numbers waiting for shrinkage. I guess I'll just cry into my BIL holdings. I guess that's what I'll do now. I'll just weep as I collect interest. Free range. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. That was my thinking too. Neat. There you go, buddy. So much to do, so much to consider, so much to jump on, so much to wonder about. How do I play this for me? How is this going to work for me? Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the option writing channel. Congratulations, those of you grabbing classes. Class 19 is being edited big time. Emily is on it. I'm just waiting for her to send it back to me. At any time, you'll know. You'll get your number 19. And those of you who watch 19 live with me, 19 is coming. Don't worry. We'll get it up on the website right away as soon as it's done, and then any of you who want number 19 can grab it. Okay. Welcome all, and thank you. The Dow is off 62. S&P 1 point. The Nasdaq's up 47. It's actually green. The Qs are 547.44, up 45 cents, and they got up to 547.94. They might hit that number again. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I show right at the moment on the Qs. On the SoFi 1772, hanging right around here with a 8 to 10 cent gain, pretty well all morning. High of the day for SoFi 1780. The low 1752. That was basically the opening, and we've traded 7.1 million SoFi shares. GameStop 2401 up 33. High of the day 2410. Low 2378. 962,000 volume. So there you go. GameStop 2401. A Rocket Lab is green, up 11 cents. Was down to 33.73. Now 34.44. The high of the day 34.64. We're green. 1.9 million, 2 million, kind of, sort of. Okay. Microsoft only down 25 cents. The stock got down to 488.70. The old Microsoft. It's now 491.80. It's come back $3.10. Down a quarter. That's all. It's just down a quarter. It's already been green at 493.50. So it shot $1.70 higher than this. Come back to here. Not looking bad. Not looking bad. Now the high for Microsoft, the all-time, the high was in the last 2 weeks, $500.76. So just a couple days ago. So we're $8 off the high of the 52-week run. So just to give you a perspective. Now, Apple up 488, having another barn burner of a day. I don't know how much longer this run continues, but it's the flavor of the week right now. The 52-week high, $260. We're only at 212.78. There's room to run, but why? Really? 33 times earnings. Really? Okay. NVIDIA up 110 a share at 154.40. The 52-week high, the all-time high, 158.71. We're 370 off the high at 154.40. We got down to 152.98, then we popped up to 155.30. Now we've come back to 154.40, up $1. Meta Platforms down $2.50 a share at 716. Google unchanged. Tesla up $8 at 308.70 after hitting 322 in the pre-market this morning. We hit 322 in the pre-market. In the market today, only 313 for the high. Keep that in mind. 177 times earnings is what they're trading at right now. Okay, everybody. Welcome all to the show. Thank you for being here this morning. We've got the Qs up 85 cents, 547.84. Trying to hit new highs. Is happening? 547.15 now. I'm not sure what to believe anymore. 547.84 up 85 is what I think we have here. Yeah, we are a dime away from the high of the day. Okay, that's what we got. So we got a bit of a power surge coming in on the Qs, which should set you folks up to go, okay, if I'm going to write call credit spreads, I want to stay further away for tonight expiry or tomorrow expiry. I definitely want to go higher. Keep that in mind. All right. 58-point gain on the Dow, on the Nasdaq, a 92-point drop on the Dow. Okay. 2407 on GameStop, trying to go for higher highs. Rocket Lab up 2. Thank you all. Welcome to the show, and nice to have you at our little party today. Welcome to the party. 239 people answering the question of the day now, and that is, will the markets be higher, lower, or the same by the end of the year? 51% say higher, 31% say lower, 18% say it's not going to change very much from here. This is about it, Bruce. We have kind of hit the number. 128 thumbs ups have now come through here. Thank you, everybody, giving us a little momentum, pushing the number farther along. 218 people are here. Thank you for being live with us at this moment in time from wherever in the world you are. I keep getting junk mails from get somebody Gaddafi. Do you guys get these Gaddafi based newsletters or these emails? Uh, yeah, I'm wondering about that. Why do I keep getting offers, all kinds of offers from Gaddafi? I thought Gaddafi's were like done for. I don't know what's going on there. Junk mail all the time, just unbelievable. Yeah. Mm. Kind of weird, kind of very weird. There you go, kids. The old junk mail game, right? Don't we all just get them all the time? First world problems, I guess, is what we are dealing with here. All right, let's refresh the markets here. Yeah, Rocket Lab negative again, down 17. SoFi up 2. GameStop up 26. The Qs are up 62. We got MicroStrategy up $9. Spire up 5 cents. Smart Rent up 3.5 cents. Apple holding a $5 gain now. Tesla up 580. Microsoft down 75. Google up 25. Amazon down 70. Nvidia up $1. Meta Platforms down 450. Super Microcomputer up 16 cents. ASTS down 29. AI up 21. Palantir up 45. Unity up 9. Goldman up 167. Cisco down 50. We've got Netflix down 390, Pfizer up 20, Arc Innovations up 51 cents, IBM down 152 to 289 with a 296 year high. Uber up 107, HBQ down 9, Home Depot down 195. The 52-week high on Home Depot 439. We're at 371. Vanik Semiconductors up 3 cents. Adobe down $15. The 52-week high 587. We're at 376. And Enphase 52-week high $130. Enphase 41.53 up 61 cents. There it is. That's the story at the moment. Thank you all. All righty. Watching a lot of activity today. Okay. Stephen Butler, number 128 on the thumbs up meter. Susan, 129 for you, Bruce. Thank you, you guys. The thumbs up meters keep trickling in, and we're at the Q market now, 547.72, up 73 cents. Not a barn burner of a lift, but the Nasdaq's only up 53 points. The Dow's down 100. Will the Dow do a turnaround today, or will it be wishy-washy because tomorrow is the day before the holiday? It's option expiry day. We got a lot of economic news coming out tomorrow. We're closed Friday. We don't open until Monday. Could we be quiet today? Possibly. We'll see how this, wants to come out. But not a lot happening. We're up 52 cents on oil. It seems to be slipping a little bit at 65.97. Oil seems to be coming off just a bit. The VIX is still positive 39. That's negative. A little higher on the volatility meter. Not a lot, but 2.3%. Back to 1722. SoFi up 7, GameStop up 28 at 23.96. This $24 level for GameStop seems to be a barrier. We just can't seem to break over it. We don't seem to go much under it. The company now has over $8.5 billion of cash and or Bitcoin available to do whatever they're going to do. Nobody knows what they're really doing for sure with that money other than probably collecting interest. If they collect 5% for the year on the interest, they'll collect $440 million in interest payments. $440 million of their entire retail division at worst breaks even, but probably makes $100 million a year. And that'll go higher with their collectible business. We all are aware of that, I think. So if they're going to make $100 million in their stores and they're going to make $440 million in interest, that is a $540 million profit number for GameStop. 500 million in profits. Divide by how many shares are outstanding, I think you've got an opportunity for the stock to trade at a much higher price. I mean, right now, the thinking is the stock is trading at 52 times earnings. I don't think it is. I don't think it is trading at 52 times earnings. I'm thinking with 450 million shares out there and a profit of $550 million, that's $1.10, $1.20 in profit per share. And that puts them now at 20 times earnings, not 52. So is it possible that GameStop will announce, net profits equal to a company that trades at 18 times earnings? Wedbush, by the way, initiates a sell rating on GameStop. Wedbush, there's a shock. Wedbush calling it a sell at just around $24. Target of $13.50 is what they're saying. $13.50 a share is what Wedbush apparently is putting on the stock, which means to me that's less than its cash value. They're putting a value of the company less than its cash value. And I think that going into collectibles, as they have been, which is now their second largest sales area in dollars and certainly their most profitable, I think they can double that easily. Double that, definitely. They could make $200 million a year from their stores because they've gotten rid of all their dog stores, dumped Canada, dumped Germany, dumped Italy, got rid of Switzerland. They're out. They're consolidating only into America, and $400 million in interest. What if they make $650 million in profit? That's $1.50 a share. $1.50 in profit. That at $30 is only 20 times earnings. At $45 is only 30 times earnings, PE multiple. So I kind of wonder about that sell rating. Really. Brian, Uncle Bruce, market is running hot and it's around all-time highs. You don't have the same get into cash mood you once did in late 2024. Do you think the market is due for a drop? Just curious on your thoughts. Cash is king, baby. That's where I really want you to be. I want you to do what GameStop is doing. Cash. Write options from cash. Hold cash. Earn interest on cash. Absolutely. I want to hear from you guys and talk to you people where you're telling me, Uncle Bruce, 2 years ago my account was 50 grand. This year it's 250 grand. It's all in cash. I'm hauling in 0.6% a month, 0.2% a month on my cash because I'm sitting on something like SPHY ETFs, or I'm hauling in 0.4% a month, 0.39% a month because I'm in the BILs. I'm hauling in 1,000 a month. I'm hauling in 1,500 a month. I'm hauling in 2,000 a month in interest on this cash. And there is no stock that can give me a better performance than this because I am writing cash secured puts against this cash. I am writing credit spreads. I am hauling in capital from all over the place on top of this money. And I'm generating 40, 50, 60% a year on my $250,000. And it's going to go up to 350 to 400,000 this year. The year after that, it's going to hit 550. The year after that, it's going to hit 750, 800. The year after that, you're a millionaire. Nothing personal. It's just business. It's just numbers. You're going to make that kind of money. Many of you are in cash, have stayed in cash, and have been very well rewarded. You saw the April meltdown. Did you get exercised on your SoFi $20 cash secured puts? Nope. Did you get exercised on your 15s? No. Stock went down, bounced back, and you're laughing with these cash secured put dollars, and you're still bringing them in. Earn interest on other people's money in the meantime. Thank you very much. If you can get 3%, 3.5% in the next 6 months on other people's money, including your own, you win. You are a double winner. This is huge. This is massive. So my account is 2/3 GameStop. That means I'm sitting on cash because GameStop is 90% cash. Yeah, there you go. Okay. GameStop's cash and you're sitting on cash, but you could be writing cash secured puts on the GameStop and offer to buy the stock back at $25 a share for Jan 26 and take the dough and get cash on that cash. Again, I just cannot overemphasize how juicy having cash is when you're hauling in daily interest on it. It's a silent 24-hour a day moneymaker for you, and you can use the capital to do short-term credit spread trades or put the capital to work in cash secured puts with huge premiums and just add to your balances. Some of you out there have the ability today, if you really wanted to, you could change your philosophy and say, okay, for every dollar I have in stock in my account, in whatever that is, whatever stock I have, I could theoretically turn that dollar into $1.30 to $1.40 cash today. And I could start hauling in interest on that $1.30, $1.40 right now. The dollar I have in stock gives me nothing. I'm writing covered calls. Great. I'm getting percentage on my covered calls. Okay. But you could be hauling in the premium plus the interest on a cash secured put right if you're able to do it. And for some of you in your RSPs, some of you in your IRAs, some of you in your 401ks, you can do cash secured puts. I think cash is king. Why be in this market at all-time highs? This market, these stocks that make up this market, not the ones we're talking about, GameStop and SoFi, they're not the S&P 500. They're not the Dow. The S&P 500, the Dow, and the NASDAQ index stocks have got to generate more money than they've ever generated before in the history of their existence for these markets to stay where they are. Because the markets are priced to perfection, and there is no perfection in corporate America right now. There are no companies willing to give you guidance. They don't know what the hell's going to happen. July 9th is a week away. Tariff deadlines. What certainty have you got that there's any stuff going on that's going to be good for the market? A 2-week delay is not good for the market. You might think it'll move the market higher. It won't have a lasting effect. This is so ridiculous, this economic thing that's going on. Cash is king. I'll stick to my story on that. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me. Great to have you here. It's 10:07 Eastern, 8:07 here. We're down 112 on the Dow, but we are up 3 on S&P, and we're up 70 on NASDAQ. It's a mixed bag market. It doesn't know what to do. The Dow is not at all-time highs and is down 70 today. Does that alarm any of you out there? Does that make you wonder, hey, yeah, wait a minute, Bruce, S&P is pushing all-time highs. NASDAQ, why not the Dow? Simple. The 30 stocks that make up the Dow cannot give you forward guidance. And so your losers are United Healthcare, Travelers, Salesforce, Cisco, McDonald's, Sherwin-Williams, Visa, IBM is off $2. Home Depot, Walt Disney, Walmart, Honeywell, they're all losing today. American Express, Microsoft, Procter & Gamble, 3M, Coca-Cola, JP Morgan, they're all down on the day. Your only winners, Apple, because of an AI thing, that's ridiculous. 390 gain, that can be eviscerated. Nike up 134. Well, it's been so low. Amgen up $5. Nvidia up 187. Merck up 72. Verizon up 29. Goldman is up 370. Caterpillar up $2. Boeing up $1. Johnson & Johnson up 27. Chevron up 20. Amazon up 8 cents. The Dow is down and going lower based on what I think what's going on here with this economy.
What's going on?
What's going on, Jen? What's going on, Jen? Thank you so much. We're up 12 cents on your SoFi.
Everybody, they're going to think it's Friday.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier this morning. Jen and I were wondering, what's my bagel going to be today? And I just have a taste for grape jelly today.
It's your fave.
It's a hankering.
It's your fave.
He's got a hankering, you know.
And again, look at what you are having your breakfast fare on.
Another one of these snack sets, many of which are for sale if you make the right offer to Auntie Jen. Although Jen will deny, but we've got boxes.
Not the ones in Steelers colors.
Oh no, not the ones in Steelers colors. But Jen will take ridiculous offers for her snack set from the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. You know.
Do you know what I do not have?
What don't you?
I don't have any pig-shaped ones.
Any what?
Pig-shaped.
Pig-shaped?
Yes. They're very popular. I know. They're shaped like pigs.
They're shaped like pigs.
Most of mine, I know, in fact, I'm going to go all of mine are shaped like plates.
Well, like ovals.
Or round. I have a number of round ones and rectangular.
Yeah. Some of them have a little indentation for the coffee cup.
No, they all have. That's what makes them.
Oh yeah, this one has one too. Yeah. So the snack sets, they have that little teacup, coffee cup indentation.
Garden party plates.
Garden party plates. Upper middle class America, don't you know?
Don't you know? Well,
fancy.
You could hold everything in one hand.
See?
And have the ability, the other hand could take your little sandwich, put your cigarette in the ashtray that was part of the plate, pick up your drink. Oh yeah, these were highfalutin. I love it.
Look, if you believe in making America great again, you're going back to the snack set business.
That's right. There are new snack sets, but you got to draw the line somewhere. You got, unless I see one in a thrift store, and then
watch out.
No holds barred. You are your table is higher than normal. You're looking like the little kid at the table.
Camera's right there.
See, no, that's good then.
I follow the Tom Hanks rule that the camera has to be at eye level.
Okay.
That's where the lens has to be. That's where you have to be. Tom Hanks. I'm not going to argue with Tom Hanks.
Who's going to argue? What?
Jen is arguing with Tom Hanks. No, I'm not going to. Not going to do it. I don't.
Would you like to wear the Palomalu toque while you're eating off of the Steelers plate?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Thank you. What a kind offer.
I know. It's Palomalu.
It's Palomalu. I mean, after all, Hall of Famer,
What
my, oh my. No, I'll politely decline the offer.
Hey, what?
You have a little juggling on your hands.
I do have a little juggling. I can do this.
She's trying to pick up her iPad and hold the used snack set at the same time.
And the cord and the snack set.
There it is.
With the ketchup. It's all good. Well, bye, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
See you tonight for Wednesday. And then I bet a lot of people are off tomorrow.
Well, it's option expiry day tomorrow, so we're going to be busy here with that.
Yes,
but it's reduced hours, I think.
People will be. What would you think? There you go. That could be. They do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They have done that in the past.
We'll figure out. People are definitely saying hi. Henry T. Did I miss anything? Larry Titus. Bagel time. Mandu.
Hi.
Hello. Auntie Jen.
Hi, Mandu.
Mandu. Bagel family. Jelly time. Giddy up. Hello from Auntie Jen to all of you.
And everybody, if you're leaving, have a very safe and lovely July 4th. Please do not hold the firecracker in your closed hand. Do not let your children play with firecrackers.
Yeah. Don't hold firecrackers in your fingers. You need them to trade with.
Yes, you need them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're doing a really good science experiment to show kids what not to do. Enjoy. I get my reunion next weekend.
Bobby has a question.
All right.
Do the snack sets come with Spider-Man comics?
Well, I don't think either of those need embellishment.
See?
But I got a few. We got a few other ones that you could have 5 or 10 up. Just a few. Are you enjoying the sound?
Can you hear that in the background? We got something being dragged along on the roadway.
Well, I think they're doing the crosswalk.
Oh, our newly paved roadway in front of our apartment building. Now they're making adjustments there, and yeah, soon to paint them, and who knows. Charlie Charlie sold Q's. I did 554, 556. July 3rd expiry. That's tomorrow night expiry for 21-cent premium. Watching for a nice dip to close on. There you go, buddy. Could be out of that today. Stephen, bagel time. Charlie, good morning, Auntie Jen. Have a great day. Henry, my cash secured put Apple is 75% gained for July 25, $195. Giddy up. Bobby, I've acquired my mother color glassware, blue, red, green, orange. I got a lot of color for glass bowls.
Oh, there you go.
So you acquired all that stuff. See, there you go. And moving up on the Qs, 548.72. That's why we wait the first hour. See what the market wants to give you. Let's see what it wants to do first. We're up 178 on the Qs. Have you seen your SoFi? 1788 on your SoFi. Up 24. GameStop 23.95. Rocket Lab up 42 cents now, 34.76. We've got some upper movement coming in on some of our faves here. Interesting stuff. SoFi volume at 1788. I just took a shot of like a 20-cent shot here. 11.5 million total volume on SoFi, and it just went up 20 cents in about 5 minutes. If maybe even 3 minutes. SoFi definitely took a shot higher. 1788 on SoFi right now. Okay. Welcome everybody to the program. I think 1790 is the high of the day. We're at 1789.90 right now. Something's going on with SoFi. I don't know what it is. $17.91, high of the day. $17.92 on your SoFi. Going again, another penny. I think we want to go to 18. I think we want to break through $18. Chase Rosita Parker, Auntie Jen's nervous laughter about being addicted to snack sets is her only Achilles heel. Walter Young, good morning, Auntie Jen, and have a great day. Walter Young, number 143 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you all. Go SoFi, 1792, up 28. Rocket Lab up 49 now. 34.82 on Rocket Lab. Nice. All righty. Nice to see you all here watching a couple of things simultaneously. The Dow down 134. It's red. With the others are up. We're up 5 on S&P. We're up 95 on NASDAQ. The Qs are up 173 or so. 548.70 kind of neighborhood right now. SoFi 1793 on SoFi with a 1794 print already. We're up 30 cents practically. We're up 30 cents. 12 million traded on SoFi. Yeah, 1793 up 30 on 12 plus million volume. Okay. No news that I'm aware of anywhere. I don't see anything being said. It's just moving higher. I think it's a short squeeze. 1795. The short squeeze continues. It's the least discussed short squeeze in the market, but I think it's happening. 1795 up 32 cents right now on your SoFi. I'm going to chomp into this toasted sesame seed bagel with grape jelly on it. It's just the best. So good. 17.95 SoFi. Let's go to 18 plus, baby. Let's go. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Got roasted sesame flavor. Permeates through. Wonderful. Here we go again. Taco Boy threatening a 35% tariff on Japan. And the talks aren't going his way. The Japanese are very difficult to negotiate with and not so easy to push around. The Second World War is long over, buddy. Sorry, Taco Boy. Wake up. Anyway, I'm just a guy, doing what I can with what little we have. Mm, 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 mm. All right. Qs are up 177. Dow down 125. SoFi 17.92. GameStop 23.91. 34.99 on Rocket Lab. At the moment, all. Thank you for joining us. Mm, 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 mm. Bobby, I don't follow this solar company at all. Scary stuff, man. So scary, some of these stocks. They're, winners and then losers. Option writing is the way to go, pal. Mm, mm, mm. Apparently, Jeff Bezos sold $737 million of Amazon stock. They say mostly on his wedding day. That's interesting. Amazon at the moment at down 33 cents. Don't know if it's really reacting to this news. Of course, you look at the market cap of Amazon at $2.3 trillion, selling 737 million in stock on a $2.3 trillion company. Big deal. Unbelievable. Oh my. Well, the Dow is off 101, S&P up 6, Nasdaq up 99. Qs are up 183, right around the high of the day. Qs at 548.85. and they have touched a high of a 548.91. That's the high of the day. SoFi 1796 on your SoFi. We're just at almost $18 now on SoFi. GameStop 23.89 is still trying to break this 24 barrier. Look at Rocket Lab, almost up $1. We're rolling here. 1796.97 on your SoFi. We're going to kick 18 out the door. Giddy up. Oh, is this good? Come on. Loving the bagel, and SoFi wants to go to 18. How about that? Gotta love that. That's a win-win, isn't it? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. 17.99. SoFi right at 17.99. Here we go. Bobby Bruce, just keep eating. This thing's going, baby. You're making it happen, man. There you are, $17.99 on SoFi, $18. Giddy up. It's trading at $18, up 36 cents. We're not going back to $12 a share, kids. None of that going on. There is institutional buying coming in here. I think we have hedge funds scrambling to cover their shorts. They realize this isn't like an idle little, couple of small day traders trying to run the market. No, this is much larger than that. 13.6 million traded, 1802 now on your SoFi shares. 1802, the high of the day. It's rolling, and those cash secured puts, those 20s for Jan 26 are worth $1.98. That's it. That's all they're worth now. Book value $1.98. Those 20s. Remember, those 20s were once worth $11.50 at $8.50 a share. They're worth $1.98 and falling now. Wow. Jeff needs to pay for that wedding, says Bobby. That's right. I'm sure no bills are being left behind. Oh my goodness. Okay, SoFi. Hey, 1892 was the high trade a couple days ago. We're back to 1803 now. We were at 1750 something this morning. Was anyone thinking $15, $16 a share? 1803 again. Here we come. Every opportunity for SoFi to go down, it hasn't done it. 1804 now. It's not going down. It's going higher. There's no paper around. Sellers sold. Margin calls. There are no margin calls on SoFi. There are short selling margin calls. Every penny the stock goes up, the short players are losing more money. Their margin calls get more expensive. So 1804, yeah, it's a win for the shareholders. Cash secured put writers, 1806 right now. Your 20s are worth 194. That's right. They're depreciating very quickly here. This is a beautiful thing. I like this game. Cindy B, my last purchase of SoFi was a little over $4 a share. Everything was sold, and I sold cash secured puts. And here we are, Cindy B getting richer every day. Jeff, I think Liberation Day proved there's always a chance that we go back to 12. Yeah, sure. How many more has he got planned now? Has he got another Liberation Day? You shot, and now you can't make a deal with Japan. And so now you're threatening Japan. You shot. You have no more. You haven't got the cards. You haven't got the cards, Donnie boy. You haven't got the cards. And the international community is going, we don't have to come to you and kowtow to get a deal with you. We just don't. We can face months of hardship and do deals on our own elsewhere. And we'll talk to you guys later because we'll talk to someone else. We know you guys aren't going to be there that long. 1807. In the history of the world, the current administration is out of office in 4 years. They'll talk to someone else. I'm just saying, 1807, 193 book value on those Jan 20 cash secured puts. Down they go. And there you have it. There it is. Breaking news from the Wall Street Journal. Sean Diddy Combs found not guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking. He was convicted of less serious charges after the trial in which he was accused of running a criminal enterprise. The prosecutors wanted to get after him for the big charge, but only the small charges apparently went on him. He was convicted on 2 charges of transportation to engage in prostitution. I don't know. We'll see what's going on here. Anyway, there it is. I'm sure you'll hear lots about this going forward. I'm certain of that. Thank you all for joining me today. Your SoFi 1806 volume now is 14.7 million shares. High of the day 1808. We're right around that level right now. 1806, 1808. GameStop 2387. Rocket Lab 3506. And the Qs are up now to 549.60. They're climbing. You want to stay back. The first hour, you just want to let the Qs go where they want to go. NASDAQ up 132. Qs at 549.60, up 263. Hey, you can write 550 somethings or higher. Just hey, no rush to put on spreads at this point. Anyway, Bobby Bagel all done, and SoFi 1805 well done, Uncle Bruce. Crazy 49er. I'm trying to roll my Jan 26 $20 covered calls to Jan 27 $22 covered calls for 70 cents more times 43 contracts. Bobby, agree with your thoughts about the buyers, Uncle Bruce. The main reason I purchased 1,000 shares Monday. Jeff, I bought SoFi $10 Jan 26 calls late last year, and I'm nervously holding on to them. I'm currently up $1,800, so you can write calls against those for added income as a poor man covered call strategy, or sell them and turn around and use the cash to write some cash secured puts and add to that. Thank you very much. 1807 right now on SoFi, up 43 cents on the session now on SoFi. GameStop up 28 at 23.96. We're up 86 on Rocket Lab at 35.18, 17.18. Giddy up. The Dow's only down now 61. It's improving a bit. S&P up 11, make it 12 now. S&P is up 12, and NASDAQ is plus 134. 254 on the Qs right now is what I see happening at the moment. Sharon, Mara is up 130 to $17. Mara, whatever Mara is. Bobby Noto said this quarter is going to be a big one. 20 plus is just 3 weeks away. There you go. 1806. We're $1.94 away from $20. I mean, think about it that way. $1.94 from now, this stock is $20 a share. What's $1.94 for SoFi now? A nothing burger for a $20 stock. Giddy up, kids. 19 to $20 billion market cap and climbing. Thank you very much. In Anthony Noto, we trust. I think, he's getting richer. Every one of his directors and senior officers, all the shareholders, all the employees that have stock options, think about how they're looking at this going, oh, this is great. I love working for this company. Yeah, giddy up, kids. We're going a lot higher than this. If only GameStop would have bought 100 million shares at $9 or $10 for a measly 900 million, $1 billion. GameStop was sitting on $6 billion earlier this year. They could have bought $1 billion with a SoFi. They'd be up 800 million right now. A GameStop stock would be 40 right now. Would be 40 right now if they had 100 million SoFi. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. Because the analysts out there will go, well, they got crypto, but they've also got 100 million of SoFi. SoFi is 18. That's 1.8 billion in value for GameStop plus the cash. Hey, yeah, $40 a share. But no one over there listens to me. Why is that? I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. Anyway, it be what it be. 1807 on SoFi shares. 1807. 1810 has been the high print now on SoFi so far this morning. Okay. 1810. Very, very interesting market there. Okay. Dow's only down 46. S&P up 13 and NASDAQ up 137. Qs 549.62, pushing for 550 again. Got to make you wonder what kind of call credit spreads might you write if you're going to do any that expire today or tomorrow. Interesting to monitor and follow. Yes, indeed. 1808. There we go. So GameStop 23.96, trying to get back to 24. Rocket Lab up 99 cents, 35.32. Thank you, Rocket Lab. Okay, I think I'm up to speed on most of those comments of yours. Thank you, everybody. No dull moment around here, I'll tell you that. Okay, we have 261 people answering the question of the day. More and more of you getting more confident now. 52% of you are thinking the markets will be higher by the end of the year than they are now. That's interesting. Only 30% say no, and 18% are thinking it's going to be kind of the same, Bruce. Out of 261 people, almost 1 in 5 are saying, well, around here is kind of, I think, where we're going to be. We've got thumbs ups now at 143. Thank you all. 143 thumbs ups. Much appreciated. Keep those coming through. And thank you again for answering this question as you do every day, my poll questions. Appreciate them. Let's keep this game going, baby. Thank you all. 180678, something like that for SoFi right now. Looking pretty good today, up 43 cents here after a bit of a pullback yesterday. A little early morning pre-opening pullback, and here we go now. 1752. Somebody sold them today at 1752, and they're 1807. 16 million volume here. SoFi. I don't think it's defying the market. I think the market wants this thing higher. People are beginning to envision the value of this company in 6 months to a year from now as being much higher than where they are here. I think that what is actually going on. We're up 104 on Rocket Lab. We're up 26 on GameStop. At the moment, we're up 288 on the triple Qs, everybody. Microsoft lays off another 9,000 workers. This is a company that is the second most valuable company in the world, making billions of dollars a month, laying off employees. Does that sound... Are you noticing the shot across the bow, anybody? Does anyone get that? Don't know if the market even pays attention to stuff like this. This is happening again and again. 4% of their global workforce in another major round of layoffs. They're talking about this constantly. May, it eliminated 6,000 jobs. And like I said, they are letting people go time after time after time, and no one seems to. No one's caring. Markets are all near all-time highs. Nothing to see here. 1813. There is something to see here. 1813 on SoFi. That's what we got to see. Now 1814 on SoFi. The high of the day right now. SoFi. 1814, short sellers in trouble. 1815 on 16.1 million. We're only talking a couple 100,000 shares, and it's up another 5-6 cents. This is very worrisome for the short sellers, I think. I think these guys are in real trouble. I think there are dollars ahead of this stock, and the shorters out there are getting whacked. 148 million shorted that we are aware of on SoFi, and 815, 816. Oh my goodness. The 1892 high is now only 77 cents away. Hello. And those cash secured puts, those 20s, are worth 185 book value, everybody. They're falling off yet again. Isn't that interesting? I hope you're having fun out there today. You arm folders, watching these markets continue to deteriorate on these puts. The 20s, the last quote I saw on the Jan 20s was like a $4 bid. I don't think there's a $4 bid on those anymore. I just don't believe it. The Jan 27 25s went for 934 today. 915 to 925 is what I see here. Interesting market. I don't know. I'm not sure how accurate those are quote wise, but guys, something tells me there's a few of you very happy today, very pleased. Hood hit 100, Bruce. Unbelievable. Brian, woe is me. A crazy 49er, 1813. Sharon, 1812 now. Wowee. Holy crap. Down go those 20s. Down go all the cash secured puts. Indeed. Rollover opportunities and dollars coming in the front door. Yeah, this is what it's all about. All right, kids. I'm going to be on the air tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. If any of you Gold Bagel members would like to join me, I'd love to have you with us today. We'll talk about what happened here in this market. We're only down 25 on the Dow. It keeps coming on. It's getting better. We're up 145 on NASDAQ. It's going higher. The Qs are 549.92. They're going higher. So there you have it, guys. That's the story of this market. Higher quotes, 1814, 1815 on SoFi. Right now, we're up 124 on Rocket Lab. It's surging too. At 35.57, we're moving. Have a great rest of your day. Join me tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, if you like. And then we'll see you tomorrow, right back here for Thursday, which is our final day of the week. It's a partial day. We'll go over all that tomorrow. And option expiry and a whole bunch of economic indicators. Thank you all for joining me. The best to you. Keep getting richer. Don't you stop getting richer. 1816 on your SoFi. Those 20s are worth 184 and falling. Isn't that fun? Thank you. 19.6 million. Let's call it 17 million traded on your SoFi. I will see you tonight at 7 Eastern. In the meantime, this is Uncle Bruce from Calgary saying thank you for joining me. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the support. 267 voters today. Thank you. Thumbs up meter now, 149. Thank you for that. And I'm saying bye. 1817. Bye.